Last lesson for the week, we do have a test over everything tomorrow. Hopefully you've been going through the whole homework assignment, which has every single question you're going to see on there. So even today, pretty much what you see today is what your test is going to look like tomorrow. So if you can work through everything today, then you're in great shape. But I want to get out of your way and go ahead and get to the problems. Today we're going to look at the equations from the past 2 lessons and make a small shift. Let's look at those things that we saw the last couple days, which is something like 6g minus 4 equals 20, where we recognize that the 4 had to go first, so we add 4 and add 4, bringing down 6g. That goes away, bringing down 24. Now that's 6 times g, which means we divide by 6, and we divide by 6. Again, we moved that first because we moved the addition subtraction number first, and that's because it's the opposite of our order of operations. We move the weaker operation first, which is the addition subtraction. A over 8 plus 3, again, this was yesterday's work, which meant we would first off subtract 3 because that's your addition subtraction part. A over 8 would come down with 1. Now since it's A divided by 8, we multiply by 8, which gives us the answer of A is equal to 8. That was the last 2 days. Again, hopefully you did some practice. Hopefully you took care of your questions. I'm not going to give you extended lessons because, again, if you understood and did your work from the last 2 days, you understand this, which means that the shift should not be that bad. The only thing you have to remember now is that if the variables over here, the numbers with r are now 7 and -5, not the 6. So all it is just pretty much the flipping of the sides, which means you still need to move the 5 the way we were trained because you can't even see the 6. R divided by 7 means we'll multiply by 7, which means we get 77 equals r, and that is where we go. Just remember, again, your variable needs to stay on that side. That's why we don't flip it, because there's so much going on that you don't just want to move variables randomly from one side to the other. That level of disorganization can really mess things up. So that's why I'm pushing you to do it the right way, because we're building a foundational skill. And then the last one, before we get to our work, 109 equals 9y plus 1. Again, if that's the wall, the only numbers we need to worry about are 9 and 1. So we would subtract 1, getting 108 equals 9y. We would then divide both sides by 9, getting the answer of, I think, 12 equals y. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's still 8 boxes to deal with. The key thing, again, is making sure you remember that whenever it's on the other side, you focus on the side where the variable is, just like when I showed you that scale. I can't draw a good scale. I'm sorry. But when I showed you the scale and we had the boxes over there, and I said, does it make sense to move anything over here if this is what we want to get alone? You focus on what you want alone and you move whatever's with it. Well, same thing. If you have a variable on this side, don't worry about the 109. You worry about the things that are with that variable. So in the end, just be sure to ask for assistance on your work. This is a decision-based process. Again, if you ask me a question, make sure that you've at least thought about it and tried it. It's really hard to ask for help when you're having me just answer it for you. What you should do instead is try it out and mess up. Any skill is learned through mistakes. You don't learn how to be a carpenter or a plumber by the first day on the job you're perfect. No, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to see what you did wrong, and over time you'll develop your skill set. As long as you're not ashamed of messing up, you'll be fine. Again, you just need to get in there and try it out and see where your weaknesses are, and once you know that, everything else goes. So just understand I can help you through it if you're willing to ask, and I'm here. Your teachers are here to help you as much as possible, but you have to take the first step of asking for assistance and opening your mind to learn something. So outside of that, good luck, and I'll talk to you later.